Everyone always debates about what is the best anime, but no one ever talks about the worst anime. Being the worst is a craft in itself. The way the animation moves like stop motion, the one-dimensional characters, and the horrendous storytelling. I think that deserves praise. So today we'll dive into the top 5 worst anime of all time according to my anime list. If you learned something, hit subscribe and like to treat my psychological damages after making this video. Let's get right into it. Starting with number 5, we have I. It's a 7-second animation on YouTube about someone being strangled. Some of the comments describe it as amazing, this has changed my life. I am now a changed man. I can never see myself in the same light after realizing all the new things about the universe from this enlightening anime. And to be honest, this 7-second animation is way better than the anime that just wastes 4 hours of your life with a terrible ending. I interpreted this anime in one of 2 ways. 1, this character is taking the fattest shit known to man, which is why the screen goes black. Or 2, someone is being strangled to death. Either one works, but surprisingly, this is the most tame out of the 5. I would rate this anime 5 out of 10. Number 4, Love Bites. This anime is also on YouTube and is undoubtedly very good for its time. It's about a confession scene gone wrong. This comment sums up the anime. The things I most love in one video: horror, blood, everywhere, suspense, and lesbian. And it's all true. All those things are somehow meshed into one anime. You start with the soulless eyes that give off the feelings of horror. Then the confession scene is one of the most unique things you'll see in anime. The sound effects are on point, and they even have a top 10 anime betrayal. To convey that with such soulless eyes is incredible. This anime gets a 3.5 out of 10. Number 3, Kokuhaku. Now this anime is a bit special. When you search it up on Google, you get 2 results, and I watched both of them. One of them traumatized me, and the other one is... well, it's a hentai, so... moving on to the actual one. It seems like Kokuhaku is a prequel to Love Bites. You have the crazy girl who likes blood that literally stabs the person to death, and you also have the gore. This series reminds me of Yandere High School, so it brings back a bit of nostalgia. So 6 out of 10 for the overall series, 7 out of 10 for the other one. Now the number 2 spot goes to Mars of Destruction. Here's where I get a bit critical because this one seems to have been made by an actual studio. To sum up the story, Martians, humans, dead. I know common sense isn't something in anime, but this anime takes it to the next level. First thing you have is stormtrooper level accuracy, and when the death beam is pointed on the earth, I'm pretty sure you want the best of the best. But let's put that aside for now and talk about how this girl who has a gun is doing nothing while this guy's getting ganged up on by 2 aliens. But it gets better because when the story reaches its climax, you have the big bad boss, super powerful, cracks the MC's hand in a few seconds. But when it comes to cracking the girl's neck, this guy takes the whole year to do so. Not to mention the boss was like 10 meters apart from the girl when he picked her up like nothing. How does that even make sense? Let me get to the good parts of this anime. Out of these 3 characters, who do you think is going to die? Well, if you're paying attention to the character design, it's probably going to be the one that looks like Gillies from Fate. But she dies in the most ridiculous way, which just makes it funny. If you want to upgrade the fun, watch this anime and dub. If I had to rate this anime, it's not terrible if you turn off your brain, so 4 out of 10. Now the anime you've been waiting for. Number 1, Tenku Danzato Skelter Heaven. Some people describe it as, I feel so bad for this guy who made this. Imagine you made your own anime and you're so proud you can't wait to hear what people say about it, and then it gets voted the worst anime ever. I have basically the same critiques as Mars of Destruction, but worse. This anime has an earth-threatening monster, and yet the organization that defends against it barely has the budget to afford 5 people. This anime has unnecessary drama, bad animation, one-dimensional characters, a horribly CGI squid, an inconclusive ending, too many flashbacks. How does this training even work? And my favorite part is the female lead scream after her friends get whacked out of the air. This anime is the epitome of the worst anime of all time. So this anime gets a 2 out of 10. I'm so desensitized to bad anime at this point that I need treatment, so please subscribe and like for the psychological torture I put myself through. See you later.